YouTube, hey, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. God, it's been quite some time since I made my last video. I actually wanted to make an update to a series I started roughly about a year ago on investing $5 every single day into the stock market. And I actually got the inspiration. I think his name was Bob Sharpe, a YouTuber at the time, who started investing $5 every single day. Instead of buying that cup of Starbucks coffee, that cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, wherever you get your coffee, and it really just helps set yourself up financially for the future. And you wouldn't think that it would be amounting to a lot of money, but actually, it turns out that it's hundreds of thousands of dollars that you could be investing and saving over time, and you're just kind of drinking it away. So I actually went ahead, I did the calculation on how much money that it theoretically could turn into. And before I jump into sharing the actual results of what we're seeing after the first year of the challenge, I just wanted to show you what it theoretically could turn into. All right, so here you can see I'm on calculator.net, and this is going to help me just lay the groundwork of this challenge. So I started with $0. I'm going to have 39 years to grow this account from age 26 to when I retire at 65. And we're going to assume that I'm returning on average 9% annually on the stock market. Now, my additional contribution, it wouldn't allow me to set up weekly. So I went ahead and I just said $150 at the beginning of every single month, $5 times 30 days in the month. And that's what it ended up giving me. And so now when I click calculate, these are the numbers that really come into play. That's most interesting to me. So I invested out of my own pocket over this lifespan of this challenge, $70,200. What it then accumulates is over $512,000, and it turns into just over $583,000. Now, this is so crazy to me because it really just helps demonstrate the impact of investing something as little as $5 and it's accumulating to be, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is just one way that I'm investing. I have different investment accounts. I have different retirement accounts. So by the time that I'm actually 65, this is theoretically going to be, millions and millions of dollars. So I'm super excited for that. Now, the most important thing is that, I have all this time. If you haven't started investing yet, you definitely want to look into it. Time is the most valuable asset that you can have. Now, I know a lot of people clicked on this video because they want to see the return that I've received after 1 year. So let's jump into my account. Okay, so here we are in my Robinhood portfolio. And if you guys know me, if you watch my channel, you'll know I'm really a hands-off investor. I like to put my money into the stock market, not really have to think twice about it, let it grow over time. When I come to retirement age, this is going to be a really, really solid portfolio. That's what I try to target in this particular challenge. $5 every single day. I'm just going to be tracing the stock market as a whole. So I decided to invest $5 into VTI. Really cool thing. You start this challenge about a year ago to the date. What's happened this past year with VTI and the stock market? Well, we're looking at an 18.46% return. And the cool thing is you're investing at all different times, right? So you're investing $5 when it's $205, when it's all the way down to $195. Even when it goes up though, you're investing at $227, but then it dropped again. You can see I invested at $206, and then I'm investing all the way even now where it's above $240. So what this does is this dollar cost average, it mitigates your risk. You're not having too much exposure at the most insane high prices. You're not having too much exposure at the low prices. You can't really time the stock market. It's extremely hard to do. So you're just investing over time and it sort of evens out. Now, as I scroll down, you're going to notice a couple things. I have 6.6 shares. My average cost is $199.97. The market value is $1,600, and my total return is 22%. Now, that is such a great solid return for about a year. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this return is actually just a little bit inflated. You see, I had invested a couple $100 into VTI before this challenge had existed, even though I set it up a year ago. So it is looking like the return is just a little bit higher than what it actually would be. However, it still just goes to show like there's little dollar amounts that really add up. It really matters. And so I see a lot of people getting discouraged by the size of their portfolio or their account, thinking like there's no way for us to make it, us little guys like putting money into the stock market. Well, this is just an example of how you can end up making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And even if that's not the case, like let's say we're not getting that 20%, 10%, 9% return, it's still going to be having a little bit of an impact. Instead of drinking away this $5, hey, guess what? Now I'm up $300 if I decided to sell. And so it's like celebrating these little wins that actually have the most impact, because there's a lot of things that will keep people discouraged from investing in the stock market, but you want to make sure that you're staying on top of it and you're going to have a great financial future. Now, the cool thing is you can go back and you can see the history of when you set up all this stuff. So if I scroll down, down, I can go to my recurring buys, and you can see as I scroll down, I'm just looking for when this started. So this recurring buy, you can see the first day is January 25th of 2023, that $5 buy. And when I'm recording this, February 6th, 2024, been doing this for a little bit over a year now. These are the returns I'm getting. The other cool thing is this is actually paying me a dividend. So every, I think, quarter it is. This first one was $2.42. My most recent one was $6.44. So that's like basically a free day that I'm just recycling back in. The cool thing is, as you are investing, as you're buffering up this portfolio value, you're going to be paid more in dividends. You're going to be able to cycle that back into your portfolio. Compound interest starts to play, and the numbers start to get so insane. And, you know, it's quicker than you'd think. I know investing takes a long time, but it's really cool to see things like this. Now, if you yourself want to get started on this challenge, I'd recommend downloading one of the brokerage apps in the description. Go ahead, click on an ETF, a stock, go ahead, click trade, then go into buy. We're going to be setting up the recurring investment. In the top right, click on dollars, go to recurring investment, go to every market day, continue, and then you can set it up just $5. Go ahead, click continue. You set where you want it to come from, and then you swipe up. And just like that, you don't even have to think about it. As long as you're in a good spot financially, you're not too worried about this money, you can let it do its thing, set it in there. It's a really, really great strategy. And this kind of got me back into investing because for a while I had stopped. I hadn't been putting as much money into the market as I was working on my real estate stuff. And this really kickstarted it again. So I did recently get called out for not actually investing $5 every single day during the year. And I got to say, the person was correct. You see, typically you have 365 days. And actually this year, we have 366. It's a leap year. But if I open this up, you can see that there's actually 252 trading days, meaning when I set up that $5 buy in Robinhood, it's going to do that for every trading day that is available. So it's only doing it for 252 days. Now, if I wanted to actually be $5 every single day, I need to update how much is being invested. So I'm going to go ahead and do 5 times 366. Get $1,830. I'm going to go ahead and divide that by 252 days. And you can see I should be investing $7.26 every trading day the market is open. So I'm going to go ahead, pop back into the Robinhood application and update that. And you can see here's the confirmation ticket. So for every day from now on, we're going to be investing $7.26, which is going to even out to $5 a day. So anyways, I would encourage you to join in on the challenge. It's a lot of fun to track, follow along, and honestly just put more money away and save in ways that are more creative. So, join along. It would be really cool. I got a ton of videos coming down the pipeline. So much has happened in the past 6 months since I've posted. I got a lot of life updates, a lot of things coming down the channel, some great financial videos ahead. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Thanks for checking out this video, and have a great day.